President Trump is on his way aboard Air Force One and is expected to arrive tomorrow, kicking off a 5-day trip through Malaysia, Japan and South Korea. The U.S. leader told reporters he's hoping for what he called a very good meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping and says he expects China to make a deal. Kate Fisher has more.
The US government may be shut down and federal agencies barely functioning, but it's not keeping the US president stateside. He's headed on a major diplomatic tour to Asia. His first stop will be Kuala Lumpur for the annual ASEAN summit, where he'll separately witness the signing of a ceasefire deal between Thailand and Cambodia.
The whole Cambodia-Thailand peace signing here is a bit of a black box. We don't know how firm a demand that was from the White House, if it came from the very top, or if it was just an idea that was floated to ensure the president came.
Trump played a part in that ceasefire deal brokered by Malaysia and then reduced US import tariffs for these countries. Cambodia later nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize. But the stakes for the region are much higher than just a bid for the award. US goods and services trade with ASEAN totaled more than $570 billion in 2024, a sum that's been threatened by Donald Trump's aggressive tariffs. Deal-making may be on the cards, including on an ASEAN-US trade agreement. But the biggest negotiation could come later in the president's Asia tour, when he's expected to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the APEC summit in South Korea.
We're going to talk about a lot of things. They want to discuss the fact that they're paying 157% tariff. It's a little higher than they thought. And we're doing very well. I think we're going to do well in that negotiation. We've done well, as you know, with Japan, with South Korea, with Europe.
Tariffs on Chinese imports average around 55% currently, but could shoot up to 155% or more on November the 1st if the two leaders can't reach an agreement. Tensions were recently sparked by Beijing's curbs on rare earth exports in response to US restrictions on American tech purchases. Some experts believe the promise of that is what's enticed the famously travel-averse president to cross the globe.
If there was not going to be a bilateral with Xi in Korea, I highly doubt that the president would be going to ASEAN.
Already, preparations for that South Korea meeting are underway in Malaysia, where China's Commerce Ministry said Vice Premier He Lifeng is meeting US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Trade Representative Jameson Greer. Mr. Trump will then go to Japan before heading to South Korea.
Conversations with the presidents of South Korea and Japan, and the Prime Minister of Japan, would be crucial. And of course, Japan's got a new Prime Minister, and South Korea, a relatively new president. So I think forging relationships that, whatever happens on the economic front, can do well on the security front, that would also be important.
This will be Mr. Trump's first visit to Asia since he began his second term as president. Foreign policy experts say it marks a different approach to Southeast Asia from his first term, when the region didn't factor in very much. While not quite the Asia pivot of his predecessors, observers say it's a sign that the Trump administration may be trying to reassert America's influence in a region where China's presence is growing on both the security and economic fronts. For CNA, I'm Kate Fisher in Washington, D.C.